Hi, this is Chef Cha-Cha Day. I don't know. Oh! I could never wear these things. I know chefs do, and I am a chef, but they look a little silly. Anyway, now, tonight I'm going to make seafood chowder, which is from New England. I'm going to use tomatoes, and I'm going to use cream. Then I'm going to serve this with fufu, which is African. The African fufu is like their bread or their potatoes, and what it is just some yama potatoes, and it's also going to have plantains in it. I boiled those up, and I'll do that in another video. Anyway, I'm going to start to make the chowder. Alright, we're going to get those pans hot. Okay, we start with onions. We're going to chop the onions. Everything in a chowder is in large pieces, and they can all be all different sizes. Okay, and then we have mushrooms, and you should keep them in large chunks. Okay, so this is going to go right into the pot, and we just saute this a little bit. One more mushroom you're ready to do. Just throw that in. Peppers in big chunks, and try to keep them all different sizes. It's not a fine chop for this at all. The whole concept of a chowder is big chunks. It's like a stew. The concept of chowder actually started in 1751, and what they did is that they generally were always fish. You can make this corn chowder, this clam chowder, but this is going to have mussels, clams, shrimp, cuttlefish, and squid. And this I'm going to raise this a little bit more, and you make your carrots. You should cut them on an angle and keep them nice and big, because don't forget, it's more like a stew than a soup. A chowder can have big chunks. Throw these carrots in and put it up another notch. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to put in here is garlic, which has all been pre-chopped. Cabbage chopped. Corn, this is fresh corn off the cob. And spinach, which is fresh, washed, and put it in big leaf. Okay, now you give that a stir around. Very pretty. A lot of colors in there. Okay, this is going to saute for a few minutes. Now I'm going to saute all of the fish. And that is here. And they're actually, this came frozen in a bag of mix, and it's quite good, and it's just perfect for this. There's clams and mussels, and so that's going to saute up a little bit just to bring the flavor out. It shouldn't be cooked too much, because then it's going to go in here. Okay, and in here, look at this. It's all nice and soft, and the fish has been just sauteing a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of lime juice in this. Alright, and that's going to cook a little bit more when it goes into the sauce, but a little bit of lime juice. Make sure there's no seeds in there. Okay. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do with this is we're going to add a cup of chicken stock, Okay, we're going to add, this is a can of tomatoes, just chopped up tomatoes with the broth, with the sauce. This is a mixture between New England and Manhattan clam chowder style. Usually Manhattan is going to be tomatoes and New England is going to be cream. But I'm putting heavy cream in here as well. Okay, now then I'm going to put in some oregano and basil, some thyme, some parsley, and I'm going to raise that a little bit more, and then I'm going to put in some peas, which were frozen peas, and that goes in on the top, and a little bit of sugar. Alright, the sugar is going to give a little, it's going to take the edge off of the fish. Okay, now this gets stirred around like this. Alright, now this needs to simmer for about, I would say, about 35 minutes. Now, this is all here with its own juice. I'm going to turn this off and we add all of this right into the pot. The juice and everything, the lime juice. Okay. Then, this stuff will kill you. It's really hot. Even my friends who think that they can eat anything that's really hot complained about it. But it's really very good, and you just need a little bit because this is supposed to be hot, and the Fu Fu is very bland, so you need something hot that has a little spice to it when you dip it in. Now I'm going to also put some cayenne pepper and chili pepper in here as well. Okay. Then I'm going to stir this all around and we're going to cover it. Okay, now we're back and the chowder is ready, and it's simmered for about 30 minutes or so. It looks beautiful. It is loaded with vegetables and fish. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to eat this now. Plate this up. Take a little bit of the cream and tomato broth. Okay. Now, the Fu Fu is used as bread. This is very hot right now. They take a little piece like this. I'm just wondering, I'm looking at this. My grandmother used to, being Italian, she used to say, well, we used to throw the spaghetti on the wall and that's when it's done. I want to see if this Fu Fu is done. This Fu Fu is done. Okay, now, so I take the Fu Fu in your hand. Alright, you make a little, just a little circle. You actually make a little dimple with your thumb like this, and you put it in. Actually, this is really very good. And you try to get some fish in there. You eat with your hands, and then you use this water bowl to clean your hands again. And you eat this with your hands. You can put a shrimp in there, you can put a little bit of tomato. This is really good. It's different, but it's very good. I think they have something here. With the fish and the plantains, and with this Yams, or sweet potatoes, they were white sweet potatoes. They are, let me clean up here a little bit. I put a little bit of salt in the water while they were boiling. The plantains are not like regular bananas. They don't really taste as, they don't have that banana flavor like a regular banana. So if you have problems with this, you can use a spoon. The chowder, just like this. It's hot. Or you can place it on this. Now, Fu Fu is spelled F-U-F-U. I didn't make that up. I hope you enjoy making this.